RadioBuzz.com, streaming the best rock worldwide.
RadioBuzz.com, I'm Chris Seaward, broadcasting live here at NAMM 2012, and I have MattyRocks here.
MattyRocks, welcome to RadioBuzz.com and on the road with MattyRocks live at NAMM 2012 in Anaheim, California, joined by special guests and no stranger to the NAMM convention here, guitar god Patrick Abbate.
Hey guys, how are you?
I have a new name for you. The Italian Stallion.
Oh my god. I don't know why, but I heard this thing sometimes already. Come on.
You are the Italian Stallion of guitar. How about that?
That sounds good. I mean, you understand a lot about guitar. I'm sure about that.
How's your NAMM visit going so far this year in 2012?
It's going great because we are presenting my signature guitar with Tekra Guitars. That is a new company that I signed with. We developed the guitar. It has taken 1 year to arrive to this final version of the guitar. And also, we are not only presenting my signature guitar, but also I've signed some new endorsement. I have so many endorsements that I'm kind of forgetting about all of them. I need to write it down to remember, you know. But I've just closed a deal with Alhambra for acoustic and classic guitars. And I have Seymour Duncan, we signed a few weeks ago. Floyd Rose, I've performed for them. I'm performing every day for Floyd Rose, for the bridge. I have DR strings. I have reference cables. Let's see if I remember everybody. Morley pedals. I have Eventide for the effects. And I'm going to perform for them tomorrow at 4. I'm performing like 5 or 6 times per day. I'm like, I want to die, man.
You have a busy damn schedule.
Yeah, I mean, busy man. My life is horrible. No, I'm kidding.
All right. Hey, Patrick, take Radio Buzz listeners back to the early years of, is it Oristano, Italy? Yeah, Oristano? Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah, it's right, dude.
Take
Your
Radio
Italian
Buzz.
is better than mine.
Right.
Yeah.
Take Radio Buzz listeners back to the early years of Oristano, Italy, and tell us how you began in the music industry and playing guitar.
Oh man, it's a weird thing. I was involved with the guitar already when I was a kid, but my parents didn't get it, so they gave me a guitar that was only a toy. But I can see the pictures of when I was 3 years old, and I had already the poster that was right for the guitar. They didn't get it, unfortunately, so I've started when I was 11, and I've started by myself. You know, I've taught myself. When I was 15, I've started studying also with other like classic guitar with teachers, you know. So I've studied classic guitar at the conservatory. I've studied experimental composition at the conservatory. I've studied in the best guitar school in all Italy, in Rome, when I was older, you know, like 18 or 19. And I mean, I've studied a lot with master classes with big guys like Frank Gambale and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm that kind of guitarist that when I'm playing, I forget about everything that I've studied, so I can make the music flow without overthink. But I've studied a lot, you know. So it has been a long evolution, and I'm still learning every day. Never finish.
Right on. You got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Who were some of your musical influences growing up who have helped shape who Patrick Abbate is today?
Yeah, oh my God. That's a bad question because it's a so long list. Let's say that I can start, but I'm supposed to tell you 10,000 names, okay?
Give me a couple.
Okay, a couple. Let's say that my first 5 names have to be Slash, because when I was 11 I was in love with Guns N' Roses, so I've started playing guitar because of that. You know, that is the thing that's really changed my life.
Right.
After I discovered Steve Vai, and I was like, oh my God, what is this? You know, so I spent all my teenagers' time about Steve Vai, and so I've learned all his songs, the style and stuff. But there's also Jimi Hendrix, Steve Ray Vaughan, and The Edge of U2. That is kind of weird because, you know, a fast guitarist, a shredder, usually doesn't listen like The Edge, but The Edge is like one of my 3 biggest influences. So my guitar looks like an heavy metal guitar, but I have some trick here and there to make it sound also very, Fenderish, so I can use crunch sounds also. And of course, I love guitarists like Dimebag Darrell, and Jason Becker, Sean Lane, David Gilmour, David Blackmore, Richard Blackmore.
Great
and it's like-
influences.
yeah, I mean, I have too many. Gary Moore, it's like I can stay here talking with you for 5 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, those are some great influences.
Yeah.
In 2006 and 2007, you received the prestigious award European Artist of the Year. How does that make an artist like yourself feel when you get an award like that? And one of those awards was actually presented here at NAMM.
Yeah,
a while back.
Yeah, actually, the award was from the U.S. Music Corporation. That is a huge company. They gave me the award as the European Artist of the Year for Randall and Washburn. I was endorsed with them for 6 years. And that was my first time in the U.S. They flew me from Sardinia, in my little town Oristano, 30,000 people, to LA for the first time. It was great to come here with my guitar. I felt really good. And I didn't know about the award. I came for the NAMM officially, and it was a surprise. And I was shocked. It was great, So, but after that, we did, before of that and after, we did many tours of clinics and shows, South America, in Europe. So it was great. It was great, man.
A lot of hard work paid off to get some awards like that.
Yeah, if you think that I'm coming from Sardinia, it's obviously not an easy thing. It's not like when you live in the right place and you meet people and you do rehearsal with a band, and the bassist one day says, "Hey man, I'm going on tour with Alice Cooper. Do you want to join us? We are looking for a guitarist." That's something that doesn't happen in Oristano that often.
You've had the opportunity to play with some amazing musicians along the way. Who are some of those artists that you've had the opportunity to play with?
I've been. I had a band with Key Marcello of Europe.
Yes.
We did a band called Key Marcello and Patrick Abbate band. It was fun. We are still great friends. And I did some collaboration. I've been guitarist for Megan McCauley, that is a wind-up record artist, with Irene Nelson of Reflex, that is huge in Russia. And I've played with Willie Bass, Black Sheep. This is an historic band of LA, very well. I did many tours with that, and we had the opportunity to tour with the Lynch Mob together. So, it was fun. It's great, and I got something going on that I can't tell yet, but you will have some news soon.
All right.
I will tell you as soon as it's over.
We want a Radio Buzzed exclusive for that special announcement.
I will.
All right. You currently have a few released projects. One is a solo artist, and that was your EP Reminiscence. And you had a full-length album. Would you consider either of these the pinnacle of your career, or is that yet to come?
Now, these albums are instrumental, and I recorded that when I was 22. I was a kid. So the production is something that doesn't make me too excited when I hear it, so I'm not going to publish it anymore. It's sold out, all the copies we published, we printed. So for me it was very important. Actually, I'm not that kind of guitarist that thinks that is gonna... I've never think about my solo career. I was about having a band. But, it's tough sometimes to find people that are all, in the same line, and so you can work all together. And I'm very easygoing, but it was weird. I don't know. At the end, I was like, it's better if I try to do my own stuff. At least if I do something wrong, it's my fault.
Right.
And so I did my solo album for that reason. And from that, I did a lot of stuff all over the world. So I assume I was right. And now I'm gonna do, finally, after a long time, I'm doing my new album. It's gonna be a double instrumental album. It's gonna be one mainly about slow songs, or mainly classic and acoustic guitars. So Alhambra will be happy about that.
Right.
And Tekra will be happy about the other one, that is gonna be electric guitar, and is more, for me it's always about melody.
Right.
But there's also some shred here and there. People, they expect that from me. I don't spend every day like studying 8 hours per day as people think, about technique and stuff. But I'm more about the whole thing. But I'm lucky; my fingers go fast anyway, so I don't need to do that much.
Well, we look forward to the new upcoming projects.
Yeah. I will keep you posted about everything. You know, you will be the first one. That
All right.
will know.
You've been on a few tours recently. Both of these, you and I have had some opportunity to spend some time together up in the
Yeah.
Midwest. Most recently was your tour with Willie Bass on the feedamerica.now.org. What was the motivation for you to join that tour?
You know, in my life, I did many benefit concerts and stuff like that. Because I think that when you are born with a gift, you know, like the musical skills, is something like is kind of a must. It's not like a choice. You gotta do it because, I mean, I'm lucky that I do this job. I've always been a guitarist all my life, and there's people that wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. to do, you know, hard jobs, not like this. To be a musician is not as easy as people think, because you have to handle with a lot of things that people, they don't see behind the scene, you know. But in reality, I feel blessed, so I always try to do the possible to help the other people, you know. So I was glad to do it. I spoke with Willie. He told me, man, this tour, there's not gonna be that much money. I was like, dude, let's do it. I'm in.
Very nice. Did you guys raise the money in food donations across the country like you expected you would?
Yeah. Actually, we were giving the canned food the people were bringing to the food banks, and in every city, you know. And actually, the answer of people was good about that, you know. And plus, there was a donation thing, a link to do donations in the feedamerica-now.org to do donations directly to the bank, the food bank, you know.
I bet you had a lot of happy food banks across the country.
Yeah, and it was before Christmas, so it was even a moment that was more delicate. You know, people is more sensitive before Christmas.
We thank you for that hard work.
No, you know, I did my possible. I'm always open to all this stuff.
What does the future hold for Patrick Abbate? You got some tours, you got some new CDs.
Yeah, so as I told you, I'm gonna release the double album. I hope in less than 2 months, so it's gonna be, you know, very fast. And at the end of March, actually in March, I'm gonna do a tour with Blending Ashes. That is one of the bands that I work with. I produced their album, and I'm joining them for this tour. And at the end of March, I will be at the Music Mass. That is like the NAMM, but it's 8 times bigger. It's huge, and I play there every year. So we are gonna present the final version of my prototype of my guitar. This one that we have here at the NAMM is the prototype. We will present there the final version of the 2 colors that we will do, and from there I will stay for like 2 months in Europe touring, promoting my new album, promoting my signature guitar, doing clinics, master classes, and after I will come back here. And I don't know yet the details, but they're trying to book me already to go back to Venezuela, June and July, for my solo stuff again. And in August, I will probably tour with Culprit. It's an old band from Seattle that did an album in the '83, and they were pretty big in that time. And they want to do a new album. So we are writing the new material with Scott Earl, the bassist, you know, the original bassist, and we will probably work on that and go to do a tour in Europe with Culprit.
Very nice. You got a lot coming up, Patrick.
Yeah.
Real quick, let Radio Buzz and MattyRocks listeners know where they can keep up with you, and more importantly, all your music.
The easier way is to go to patrickabbate.com. It's Patrick, Patrick. Abbate is A, B like Boston, again B like Boston, A, T like Toronto, E.com.
All right, Radio Buzz and MattyRocks listeners, you make sure you go out and visit Patrick's sites. Anything you would like to say to Radio Buzz and MattyRocks listeners across the U.S. or around the world that are listening to you right now live?
Peace and love. No, I am kidding. Rock on, guys. And I'm glad you are listening to this radio because it's the best radio.
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Patrick, for taking the time out to do this interview. You've heard it here, Radio Buzz and MattyRocks listeners across the country. on the road with MattyRocks, live at NAMM 2012 with special guest Patrick Abbate. MattyRocks out.
Yeah, see you guys. Take care.
Radio Buzz broadcasting live here at NAMM 2012. You just heard an interview with MattyRocks. Amazing, amazing interview, man.
Thank you.